probably going to just go for a knockoff, which is unfortunate. But I might be able to live it, and then I can just go for another agility.
My triggers are triggering, bro. How do you deal with this?
They do not, however, they just go for that
Without a board wipe.
It does bring me down to 69. Nice, but at this point, I know that I do probably just. As much as I want agility and get sword power to be as strong as possible, I don't really have enough firepower to knock the Gliscor out. So health, but I can go for a sword power here and at least just get as much shit as I can, except for the fact that
Does this bitch save him?
Here, and that's a great surprise to me. They probably expected to go for another agility, and I'm very surely they're going to try to pranks to lock me into that. But instead, they're met with a sword power and Weirdier grabs a kill, which is what
This is a 12-12.
see out of it. So Defy out of the way is pretty huge because that thing is, I mean, it's any kind of so that feels pretty damn good. Now I've got 4
12, fucking
as they go into the
12.
Hisuian Samurai, I'm thinking if Thunderbolt kills here, that would be great. I don't have any special attack boost, but I can at least get some good chip. It almost kills the thing. It could have been amazing, but it doesn't quite have enough to do it. And then the Ceaseless Edge is going to be able to not only kill me, but also freaking sets up a spike. So, one thing is though, this opens the door. I feel like I have a winnable position, and I'll explain that. So, Rock Ball's role in this team, and just in general, is to be able to snowball in late game grab sweeps and finish up games for me. So I'm thinking, I go into Clock Ball here. The best news is that I can just put Aqua Step because it's obviously in range for that to kill it. And I should be faster anyway. So I get hurt by some spikes, which sucks. But I get a free Aqua Step here, which is huge. If they stay in, not only do I get the speed boost, I also got a Moxie, but they end up swapping the thing out. And now they go back into Mimikyu. Probably thinking maybe they can bait the fighting move. But Mimikyu in general is kind of just a sack switch at this point. It is sticky webbed, but also it 2 Aqua Steps definitely should be able to kill it. I hit it with the hot dog toes, and it actually just kills it in 1, which is great. So that's going to be a dead Mimikyu. And this is exactly why Clock Ball is the GOAT. The late game GOAT myself. Moxie, along with that speed boost, and they really don't have anything left that can deal with this thing. While they do have the Iron Treads, I know that they have the Terra in the back pocket. Here's an interesting mind game situation. I'm thinking they're afraid of Aqua Step. You know, if I have enough to be able to go. Kill it with Aqua Step. I'm not exactly sure on the count. The moral of the story, Buddy is going to Terra here, and I don't know what it's going to do. I'm thinking Water Terra. Immediately I'm thinking they're going to try to be able to take the step nicely. Instead,
Oh, fuck. I might have just killed myself.
Well, I know that Ghost Terra is
holy shit.
The Aqua Step. They do go into the Ghost Terra, which is absolutely devastating. And also just kind of
okay. You only killed 1. Thank God.
Now the close combat goes like
oh my goodness. Look at all the triggers triggering.
Which is bad because that gives it a speed boost, also gets rid of my sticky on this side. But here's the thing, I should be able to live in Earthquake from the back. And also I'm thinking now if I go for a Terra Lava Aqua Step, it should maybe be in range for a potential kill.
Oh my God, this bitch has a 21-21.
There's all sorts of boosting shenanigans going on here. So I increase my damage in my Aqua Step a little bit from that nice little Water Terra.
I'm going to wipe the board.
So go for the Earthquake. I'm thinking I do live. Luckily with 21, which is amazing.
So I'm gonna slip in and attack first.
It doesn't matter if I grab the kill or not, and that's just because I get another speed boost with it. I only have 1 rapid spin. I've got 2 Aqua Step boosts, so I can just finish it with another step. And then I get another Moxie and another speed boost.
Actually, I won't wipe the board because it'll take out just a 21-21. It'll wipe my side though. Fuck. Because they have 3-1-1s.
We end up on top anyway. So the game, however, is not quite over yet. Because while we get the kill on that thing, it also takes a Terra with it. Now they've got 2 mons left. It's going to be Gliscor along with the ability. One way
oh fuck.
So they do decide to go
this man's trigger is triggering. Jesus fucking Christ. Actually.
Now the game's getting really.
I was gonna wipe the board.
Look, I don't have anything that can
There's a
really touch
couple of
the
cards that are
Glycerin.
problematic
That is never a place you want to be in.
that I actually don't need to wipe the board.
But what I have is a squirrel and some willpower. I'm gonna end up bringing in ingredients. Because this badass squirrel has a nice little position.
I also need to
here
get rid
in the
of
setup. Well, I
one
did take some
card.
spikes. I think I can take an attack and take up a free first. I also
Holy fuck.
have my signature.
God damn, this man's triggers are insane.
They do just knock into the Glycerin. So that comes in freaking buff you back.
I thought this battle was over.
Hey,
I was
I
wrong.
get myself up a nice little perk. So this is one that I'm able to is able to out here and bust the berries. I'm able to get an attack and a defense boost, but also it boosts up my gyro ball by dropping my speed. So if they go for a knockoff of these wildly unfortunate approach that does get rid of my citrus berry,
Well, why do I keep doing this, man?
I get off a little bit
I guess he has enough too.
of the gyro ball, and it doesn't do much because, again, freaking Glycerin doesn't die. But I also figure it can't really hit me that hard anyway, so I'm kind of free to go for another curse. At this point in the match, I'm relying on Disney, which is not ever a place you want to be in.
It's like that this bitch gained this turn.
Kind of like, go for another curse,
two.
and they swap back into the maybe they just bring it in to die, but as I get up another free curse, I think go for a Sacred Sword, and I live. I kind of forgot that Sacred Sword was a thing there, and thank God for my 2 defense boosts. I'm able to live it, which is sick as hell, and then I can kill it with a body press. Even greeted.
Damn, I gotta use a card out of my hand.
This is a full team effort. So, now their final mon is going to be the Glycerin. I do still have.
I don't even know what to use at this point.
But as they now click Ice Fang, I live that easily with 2 defense boosts, and then I hit it with a gyro ball, which doesn't quite knock it out.
I guess I got it.
Ice Fang again, falls with a to come in. Earthquake. Regardless, they go for another Ice Fang, which I can't live because they go down rotor. Instead, no, this is Gorgon, Biofat Squirrel, and that is going to be the end of the game. So, it turned out that Regredient was the late game goat after all. And that was an intense match. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate all the support on the vids, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.
No.
They say we
But-
get what we deserve. We let the game the adrenaline seekers. We the risk takers. The life lovers. We the wanting. Agile forever wanting. The nearer to.
So most people think that Sunflower is bad, but it's actually an absolute beast. Just kidding, it really is bad. It has pretty abysmal stats, even with its decent Ornithop special effects. Even with its chlorophyll ability when it's in the sun, it's just not super fast. Fun fact though, since it doubles actual stats, if you're only 10 at max speed, in the sun it's actually faster than things like rocket. If you're crazy enough, it can get some type of damage off with solar beams in the sun, paired with fire-type weather balls for its defensive checks. Earth power can catch people by surprise, but for the most part, if you're looking for a sun sweeper, literally any other option is better. But as a Sunflower enjoyer, I put this backwards in the top. Look, using Pokemon like this is one of my favorite things, just because it's like, yeah, they're outclassed by many other Pokemon, there's really no reason to use it, but then it's like, if you win, then go on to a Sunflower, and that feels even better. So, if that sounds like some fun to you, you should definitely consider subscribing on my way to 100K, and I'd love to have you as part of the journey. But let's go ahead and jump into the match. Alright, so first note, my opponent has only a previous game team. They have basically some top threats, and I have some sun and some flowers. So I do decide to lead off with the Swampert here. I think it's so they actually still went for the Dragon Ball turn 1. That was a little less than half. And the purpose here is just kind of spread some rocks around. And kind of looking at this matchup thinking how much
Insane matchup, dog. Holy fuck. His deck works. It just worked a little better that time.
I'm just going to go right for the Earthquake here.